A young Filipino man married one of the girls, and a few months later she gave birth to a beautiful child for him. The father's heart was attached to him and he loved him very much, but after a month the child fell ill and the father kept trying to cure him for a year, but the child did not heal. And while the father was holding him in his arms, the child said to him three times, God, and then he died. The father memorized this word well, even though it was not their language, and for years he went from church to church asking about this word. And the answer of those who asked them was that he was still affected by the death of his son and that they did not heard this word. A few years later, a job contract came to this young man in Saudi Arabia, and when he set foot on the ground of the airport, he heard the word he had been looking for years. He heard the muazzin calling and repeating Allahu Akbar. The young man asked his Filipino friend who sent him the employment contract about this word, and he said to him, I don't know anything except that when you hear this word the shops close and you can't buy anything. The young man went in the evening to the house where he was going to live, and suddenly the caller woke him up at dawn with the word he had been looking for a long time, Allahu Akbar. So he went out a little later and walked behind those people who were walking until he found a mosque, and he could not talk to anyone because they did not know their language. He waited until he found a man from his country outside the mosque. So he asked him about this call and the place from which he came out. The Filipino man took him to the imam of the mosque and then to the community awareness office, and they told him that he had to learn some things about Islam, but he told them it doesn't matter, I just want to convert and enter the religion in which there are great benefits. He declared his Islam and testified that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. And then he said with delight, thank God for the grace of Islam. How glad I am that on the day of judgment I will meet my beautiful son who saved me from darkness before he passed away.
يا أيها الناس قد جاءتكم موعظة من ربكم وشفاء لما في الصدور وهدى ورحمة للمؤمنين قل بفضل الله وبرحمته فبذلك فليفرحوا هو خير مما يجمعون